Hello, Leos. Welcome to Dawn Williams Tarot. Thank you so much for finding your way to my channel. This message is for the month of March 2024, and this message is for Sun, Moon, or Rising placements in the sign of Leo. So if you have those in your astrological chart, then this message is for you. But keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not all messages may resonate. So take what does and leave what doesn't resonate. And don't try to make things fit, right? You don't want to try to jam a square into a round peg. So I did a pre-read for your reading, which I will explain to you in just a minute as to what those cards are. After I read you what those cards are as to your pre-read, I will lay out your full reading, but I will take myself off camera so we can just focus on the cards. At the end of your reading, I'll put myself back on camera, and then I'm going to pull your 5 main themes, which closes out your reading. A lot of times that will give you additional information as to what was said, but sometimes, and many times, there are additional messages that Spirit wants you to be aware of, okay? So, if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for being here. I would absolutely love it if you would like and subscribe if you find that this message resonates with you. And for those of you returning, please click the like button because it really does help me get my message out as I am still trying to grow, okay? So, your first card, Leo, that you received in the pre-read, as I was meditating, is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is a major arcana card. So it does say that this energy is coming in from a higher, a higher collective resonance for you. And the energy of this card is a delay of some kind. Now, the Hanged Man is a card of distraction. It's a card of looking at things in a completely new way. It is also a card where you can see he's hanging upside down. And if you were to think about it, if you were to hang upside down, you would see life in a completely different way too, right? But he's waiting for some information to come in. So this can be a card of frustration, and it can be a card of being held back. The thing about the Hangman is because it is a major arcana, you cannot change the outcome. It's going to come in, you're going to be delayed, right? And the Hangman is about distraction. It's about self-sacrifices, right? But the thing is when you have this epiphany, which is what this gold around his head is about, it's kind of like this awakening moment. So I feel as though there are some things that are going to come in that are going to really have you look more closely at your belief systems. You may be feeling like you want to take a step back from that energy as you process and figure out use your discernment to figure out what direction you're going. Your next card that came in was the 5 of Swords. Now, the fives are all about changes coming in for you, and the swords are about your thoughts and the way that you communicate. So it's thoughts and words. And this particular card is a card of winning at all cost. So this is either a situation where you feel as though you need to win at all cost, and you will do whatever that takes for you, or that someone else is competing against you and they want to win at all cost. So just be aware of that energy around you for the month. And then the last card from your pre-read is the King of Swords. Again, we have more swords energy, which is thoughts, feelings, how we express. Now, the thing about this king, as you can see, he's sitting on his throne. So he is full of, of knowledge. He is very knowledgeable about, so he's usually typically an older gentleman it doesn't necessarily have to represent masculine. I mean, it doesn't have to represent a person, but it does represent the masculine energy and the energy that is representative of this card. Now, if you look at his sword, he has his hand on the hilt and the sword is going straight up. This guy is all about truth and integrity. So it could very well be that that is where you are coming from, is this place of truth and integrity. Speaking your truth, living your truth, being the example, being the leader that you are by leading by example, right? The other thing about this king is that he doesn't mince his words. You know exactly where he thinks, what he feels. He definitely will challenge you to explain to him how you come up with the way that you think or the way that you feel about things. He will ask you a gazillion questions until that curiosity is satisfied. So this is either a person that you will be working closely with. This could be representative of you and your energy. It doesn't matter if you're male or female, because we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. And then the other thing too is that this could be somebody that you know. So this could be your boss. This could be a coworker. This could be your dad. It could be your husband, or, you know, it could be whatever masculine energy this is representing for you. Now, the other thing about the King of Swords is when I look at them as mentors, they're very good, but they can be very demanding. And the other part of this is I typically associate these King of Swords people with like accounting principles, because they like to understand numbers. They like to understand the whys of things. Or this could be somebody that may be financial person for you. But a lot of times I feel like these people can also represent law and order, because, you know, they believe in truth and integrity, which is kind of that energy. So it's going to resonate differently for all of you as to what this represents. But these are kind of the pre-reads. Now let's see how those cards tie in with your actual reading. Okay. So I'm going to take myself off screen so we can just look at your cards. I've shuffled everything a gazillion times. And when I do sit down to meditate for each of the signs, I do pull in my subscribers, which is another reason why, if you feel as though this may be a benefit for you, is that I pull in my subscribers so that I can talk to your higher self, get what it is that you are all working through for the month or whatever I'm going to do the reading on. And I also send out healing. So I am a Reiki master, have been since 1996. So I do send that energy out before each reading as well. Okay. So here we go. Let's get started. King of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, Two of Cups, Five of Wands, Page of Pentacles, oh, the Moon, which today's the full moon here. I'm recording this on February 24th, so tonight is the full moon. The Magician card, and the Ten of Swords. Okay. So we have a lot of thought energy going on here. We've got these two swords. We do have some pentacles. We do have cups. What else do we have? Lots of swords. You have far more swords energy. So all of that is your communication, thoughts, and the way that you make decisions on things. So we start off with the King of Pentacles. Okay, again, this is about knowledge. This is about creating your financial security. This king definitely knows how to create his financial security. He's usually a very warm, kind individual, very generous. He does have a unique set of skill sets, right? He's got grapes all over his robe here that he's wearing, and grapes are supposed to represent things that are very difficult to grow. So this king knows how to utilize his unique gifts and abilities. So this, I feel, is representative of you. This would be you trying to create your physical security for yourself. Now, this could represent an individual, or this could represent the energy of this, of using this existing experience. And it could be that some of you are thinking about diversifying your portfolio, moving your money around in some way, or potentially going to somebody that can help you with that, help you with your finances, help you. It could be a tax person again, because I keep getting this tax thing, because taxes will be due. But the other part of that is where you can put your wealth, right? And this guy knows how to make wealth. He is the king, right? He's the king of that wealth. And you would be tapping into his knowledge. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety. This is typically anxiety that happens to most of us when we try to go to sleep at night. So your thoughts may be keeping you awake. There may be things that are surfacing for you specifically, or it could just be all of the information that is surfacing on the planet as to all of the disruption, the wars, the farmers revolting, and all of the things. There's a lot of activity going on, and it's kind of, if you live in the US, it's very difficult for us to know the direction forward, and it can cause a lot of anxiety, right? So these are your thoughts. A lot of times what spirit tells me in this situation is, before you go to sleep at night, write down those thoughts that are really bothering you. And then you can always tell yourself that you'll pick those thoughts up when you wake up in the morning, but then you have to do it, because what you're doing is you're training yourself. You're training yourself that if you're going to write down your thoughts or your worries before you go to sleep, the next day you have to look at your list and you have to figure out what truly is in your control, what truly is your thought, what is yours, what is not yours, right? And then start crossing things off that list. And I feel as though that anxiety, since this is a minor arcana, is just kind of an irritating thing for you. And I feel this is more at the beginning of the month, right? That this energy is coming in. And then we have the Five of Cups. And this is kind of a card of looking at the things that you don't have instead of the things that you do. So this guy has lost his love for wine, and his wine glasses are all scattered on the ground here. So basically what he's recognizing and realizing is that he's kind of feeling sorry for himself, or feeling bad about those things that he doesn't have. But if he would just turn around, he would recognize there's two more cups here that are being offered to him as opportunities. And all he has to do is, walk over here to this bridge, and he has the opportunity to, own this castle, right? So there are good possible opportunities coming to you, but you have to have your gratitude. You have to be grateful for the things that you have. And if you're looking back at the things that are no longer serving you, and you're stuck in that energy, you're the only one that can make yourself turn around and recognize that those things were in your life for a lesson, right? So it was a lesson. It was something for you to recognize within yourself, so that you could clear some of that energy doing that healing work. Your next card, which this is more right, kind of your immediate energy for the whole month. And you do have this beautiful Two of Cups. Now, to me, this is my soulmate card. So some of you may be getting into new relationships. And the other thing is that it could be a soulmate type of relationship. It is meant to look as though two different type of people are coming together. But it's your connection is at that higher level, because it's overseen by this kind of angelic energy here. Now, the thing about this card is each of you are coming together with a full cup, so that even though this person is coming from one walk of life and you're coming from another, it's meant to look that way, because that's really the kind of way it is when we do get into serious relationships. However, this doesn't necessarily just have to be romantic relationships. This could be that some of you are going to be working with a business partner of some kind, or you're going to be starting a new venture of some kind, and that other person is going to help you kickstart that venture. And then lastly, the last thing that I always say about this card is, as we're progressing on our spiritual path, this could also be representative of your own higher self, connecting and solidifying your relationship with your higher self. And I really like that, that explanation for that card as well. Now, the center card represents you and the energy pretty much for the whole month. Now, this card is a card of conflict, confusion. It does have to do with your inspiration, your creativity, your passions, your motivations, and your intuition. And if you look, all these people are here and they're banging sticks. Now, if it was a real war, they would be holding swords, right? But it's kind of like this Five of Swords, right? So this would be battle. This is more training. So some of you may be taking some classes, or you may be doing some coursework for your job, something along that line. Either that, or you're training yourself in terms of placing your healthy boundaries in your relationships, right? As this is in the center, again, this Five of Swords card does come into play, because this was about winning at all costs. And there will be some conflict here. Now, the other thing that I'm picking up is, because it's in the very center of your reading, there may be conflict with your significant other. And so you're going to have to figure out a way to communicate in a way that it is only a minor thing, and it doesn't escalate and become bigger than it really needs to be. Your last card in this column is the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Page of Pentacles has to do with your physical security as well, your health, your career, your possessions, and your home. Pages are all about new opportunities, a new path, a new direction. So it could be that some of you are looking at new ways of creating more financial wealth for yourself. This could be that you are also waiting for some type of a message regarding money. Maybe you are watching the stock market to see if the stock market's going up and down, whether or not you want to sell. Or it could be that maybe you're thinking about diversifying your portfolio and putting money towards, precious metals or those types of things, gold and silver, that kind of stuff. But the other thing that this does represent as well is a younger person, somebody who is just coming up, in the ranks, younger, who is really a go-getter, wants to make money, is focused on creating their physical security, their physical wealth. So you could be a mentor for this individual. Doesn't matter if it's a female or a male, but it is a younger energy, a younger vibration, somebody that would be younger than you, that is embodying this. But really, I feel that there's a lot of communication that's going to be coming up. So that would be like email or social media or letters, any type of a communication that you could get will be coming in regarding finances, your home, and it can also represent your health. So maybe some of you have gone to have your yearly physical and you've been waiting for test results on something, or you're waiting for some kind of a clear bill of health. I feel that some of you will be getting that, okay? And then we move to the latter part of the month, and it's really saying you need to really pay attention to the full moon in March. For some reason, that's important to you, Leo. This card is a card of mystery. It is a card of needing to take your path moving forward. This is all about subconscious, you know, information, things hidden from you. So this month, I know that a lot of things will be surfacing for us. And specifically for you, Leo, I feel like there's something that's going to come in that is going to give you additional information about your path or how things are affecting you and your family around the full moon in March. Now, if you look at this lobster, he is more comfortable in water, but he recognizes that in order for him to attain the information, the success that he wants, he actually has to take the path between the dog and the coyote and the two pillars and go to the mountains in the back. And the mountains represent his accomplishments. So he is having to climb out of the water and go through this path, this trial. And so what I feel is that you have the tools that you need in order to be able to make that traverse because you have the Magician, which is your next card. And the Magician card has to do with mastery, expertise, and training. So again, we have more training here. So it could be that you're training in your job, or it could be that you're doing some training or some self-discovery in terms of your spiritual self as well. And basically what this Magician card is talking about is that you do have all the tools that you need in order to progress forward. You are bringing down your higher self energy and you're really grounding it here in the physical realm. And you have these lilies here, which are all representative of your compassion and your purity of thought, as well as these beautiful red roses, which is about your wisdom, your courage, your love, and taking action. This right here is a beautiful card. I feel as though you will be stepping into your mastery, your expertise in every area of your life. It's going to touch a lot of the different areas because you have all the tools, right? And then last but not least, you have the Ten of Swords. Now, this is something that is dead, done, and over. Like, it doesn't take 10 swords in order to, kill a person. But at the same time, it may feel as though somehow or another you've been stabbed in the back, right? Because that's really what this looks like. So it could be that you're feeling on some level that you've been stabbed in the back, or that there have been some level of deceit that has been uncovered and that has been brought out into the surface, right? But this is an ending card. So whatever this represents to you, it's dead, done, and over. And you are going to be doing your healing through that process because you have that Magician card that is representative of all of your capabilities and your skills. So overall, this looks pretty good. I mean, you do have some anxiety that you have to work through. You definitely need to focus on the positives in your life. There is a little bit of confusion, conflict, and competition, which competition could be a good thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Because that's what propels you forward. And in that competition space, it could very well be what causes you to move forward to attain more personal wealth for yourself. So overall, it looks really good. I'm going to bring myself back on camera. And I'm going to pull your 5 main themes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you made it this far, I would really love it if you would just reach up there and click the like button and subscribe if you're new to my work. Okay, first you've got the gavel, involvement with the law. So I would just be careful. Don't speed, right? Don't do anything that's going to get you in trouble because you've been warned. You have been warned, so don't speed. So it could be in other areas. Maybe something happens. Maybe your car gets vandalized. I mean, I don't see that you're having any destructive things happen other than there is conflict. So maybe this conflict could be something that would involve the law. So, this could be an escalation of a situation, within your home life, or something like that, or in your neighborhood, or, could be at work, I don't know. But, okay, so that's for some of you. And then we have the forest. It says muddled, unclear thinking. I feel as though that really is tying into that 9 of swords right there. I do feel as though that if you do the work, if you do like it was suggested, that you write down those things and recognize what's in your power, what's not in your power, what is truly your thoughts, and what are thoughts that are external to you that are coming in and bothering you and triggering you. I think you'll be okay. And then we have the stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. So see, I was talking about that business opportunity. Could be a new relationship or a new business opportunity there, as well as this Page of Pentacles. Maybe some of you are getting a new job and you're just waiting for the message that the offer has been extended to you. And then we have a wishbone. So a wish is granted. We love that part, Leo. And then last, tree, affairs with your family. I don't know. I love trees. They're one of my faves. Okay, Leo, this looks pretty good. I feel as though it's going to be a fast moving month. I keep getting that. I also believe that a lot more stuff is coming up for us to look at as a collective. And then as the collective is looking at those things, it's going to shake down until it enters our systems, and we have to look at it and think about it, and and go through that process of what is ours, what is not, what can we do in our day-to-day life to help release or to help move forward, whatever that may be. But then again, you do have this 10 of swords, which is a dead, done, and over situation for some of you. So, and this has to do with thinking. So it could be those things that are coming up that are going to be difficult in that month. I feel as though you'll be able to process that energy. And then I will be giving some more readings during the month of March that will help, solidify more of how that's going to be affecting you as a sign of Leo. Okay. So take very good care of you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Today is the full moon, so I hope that you enjoy that beautiful energy. And remember that in the month of March, you're going to want to pay attention to that full moon as well. Okay? So cheers.